So the classic scenario that happens is that someone like a consultant writes a management system, prints all the pages, puts it in a folder, sits in a room like this with the door closed and gets them certified. And so a poor quality assessor, it's really easy for the assessor to go, oh yeah, I'm happy with that, happy with that, happy with that, because the assessor gets confidence, absolute certainty in the consultant.
Okay.
And it's really easy, oh, it's a bit disruptive and I'm a bit nervous and I don't like meeting people, so I'm not going to go out there and actually ask questions and verify that it's correct. Yeah. So they just take the word of the consultant. They're not taking a professional approach. And so, you know, I try to give people confidence and skills to just, you know, sit on the fence and do the talk, you know, do the techniques we talk about in the internal audit of videos and training and course, to give people confidence to just go meet people. And really, by and large, the quality a high quality manager or high quality manager, the skills they have in their toolbox are high quality questions. Getting the people that run the business thinking about what it is that they need to improve, engaging with the team, buy-in from the team. Because there is every single person, Edwards Deming wrote that every single person gets out of bed in the morning and makes their way to work with the intent to do an amazing job. And it's the management system and the organizational structure that lets them down, that by the end of the day, they're like, fuck, I'm sick of work. I'm done with this. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. It's not working. And so sometimes that requires a leader to actually say, actually, no, I need you to come over, don't go over there, come over here. I need you to be doing this, please. And so with good quality, iron fist in a velvet glove leadership, then people can stay on track and then they will actually feel better, because the leader will be constantly campaigning the why and the vision, the mission, the purpose, giving principles for people to follow, like the 5-star version of the situation, and then also giving simple techniques and saying, okay, look, a ton of great opportunities and ideas are going to come up in the next couple of weeks. And so if we have quarterly sessions, you know you're only waiting 6 or 8 weeks till the next quarterly session. You just had one. So you're on the momentum of the ideas that were agreed to work on. So you're like focused for 4 weeks on, okay, they were the priorities. You start losing your focus in the next 4 weeks, and then you know the next one's coming up in the next 4 weeks. And so ideas and issues will come up for people, and then and so over time, I should be campaigning more. Please don't just go and start something without running it by me first. When you run it by me, make sure I'm listening and it's in a forum, like book a meeting, sit in my office, come with your idea, ask me yes or no, and then also ask me, and how does this play with the other priorities you gave me to do? Because as a leader who's really busy like myself, I haven't got time to micromanage that process. So I'm a very stand back manager as opposed to a micromanager who's, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? I didn't tell you to do that. Stop doing that, do this. And there's a lot of people don't like working like that. And I want to have a happy culture more than I want to, you know, make sure that every project's finished, if that makes sense. But what happens, particularly for you recently, is like, you're like, fuck, I'm doing all this stuff and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere and I'm frustrated and like all this stuff's half finished and he wants to do this and he wants to do that. When in actual fact, I'm not leading you properly, because I'm not saying, actually, is that project finished? Finish that, let's get it out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I found success this week, which is interesting, in the webinar. Because I was like, let's do this webinar. I need a quick ebook and I need a Facebook group. And it was like bang, 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 and it was done in 24 hours. That's a far better way for me to say, instead of like this, took us 6 months or whatever. You know, it was like on, off, on, off. And it was like Alexi's book, for example. Blog, article, can you check this? Woodsy sends an email, recruitment, etc. So I'm not amazing in terms of from a leadership perspective, but I'm aware that I can be better. What I need to do is we need to bring the opportunities agenda item into a Monday meeting and say, what are the things you guys think we need to work on to improve the number? And when we get to dashboards, giving someone a number, and all I need to do is say, right, what's happening with that number? And you go, I'm working on it, if that makes sense. The number I gave you in Irvine was too big, because I'm saying I need 50 grand's worth of revenue. I'm like, fuck, right, where is it? And I'm thinking the revenue's coming from this traffic, this street over here. And you're like, but we're already on this street, and if I just work a little bit harder, I'll get some revenue out of that street. I'm saying, hang on a minute, change down a gear, go over here, get onto this one, and it will explode much faster. I didn't explain myself properly. So what your question was, I think I answered your question.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah, so I'm just thinking in the terms of...
But the last thing I'll say is like, we are in the top 1% of organizations.
Yeah.
Because I'm a professional in this industry and a professional in this space, you know, and I'm conscious of it. I'm like, It's fucking easy to not have that quarterly offsite.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's really easy to not have the annual conference.
Yeah.
It's really easy to not have a Monday meeting.
Yeah.
Like you just get on with it, you know?
Yeah.
I got to stop everybody, have the meeting. So we've got the forums running. Like most of our clients say, oh yeah, we used to have a Monday meeting, but then it stopped and it fell apart and we stopped doing it. It happens here. But I'm the guy that brings it back. And I'm like, because in fact, if I wasn't the person that I was, you guys would be saying, we really need to have that Monday meeting. We really need to have that Monday meeting. And then you'll organise one and I'll sort of half turn up, not committed to it.
Yeah.
But you'll see people make comments, how do I get buy-in?
Yeah.
You know, and
That's
that's
the
the
big one.
standard says it. It's at the beginning. Why did they write the standards in the way they wrote them? Because they're just addressing issues people. Like they just surveyed the industry and said, what do you guys think need to be in the standard? It wasn't there's no boffin at a university researching that's what it is. It's an industry thing.
Yeah.
It starts with leadership commitment. They're like, we know this doesn't work if you don't have commitment. We know it doesn't work if you don't have buy-in.
Yeah.
We know it doesn't work, you know, the language we use is start with why. We know it doesn't work if you have a policy. And they say, you know what? We really want the most senior leadership manager to sign the policy because when they put their name to it, they've put a flag up on a post that says, this is what I'm committed to, and you can use it against them.
Okay,
You say, you signed this policy and you said you were going to be a quality management system.
Yeah.
You signed this policy and said environmental, and you signed this policy and said safety. That's meant to be then the filter to help the whole management system function. But they're like, oh, it's a bit of paper, just sign it.
Yeah. Okay.
Move on.